Stephen Jules Radio Show.
Yeah, what's going on, everyone on Wisdom? How are we? It's you could say it's a bit of a little warm night. At least it's not stinking hot tonight. No, but it was a hot day today. I mean, this is the Australian summer, of course. So it's it feels really good to be here and talk about this topic about content creators who are quitting YouTube as well. Now, this is an interesting one. Rick Beato did a video about this. There are basically a lot of creators out there quitting, YouTube. Basically, it's like this. Algorithm is always changing. And I think that the algorithm will still keep changing. I think that the algorithm has just become basically complicated. It's my journey on YouTube has been it's been a roller coaster. But I've enjoyed the creative aspect that it's brought to me, because I have the freedom to be as creative as I want with my content. The only downsides and things I am not happy with YouTube is they don't support free speech. That's why I'm on platforms like Rumble, Odyssey, and Utreon. And I know that there's creators out there that have a separate Patreon page to show their paid subscribers content that can't be shown on YouTube. Now, the problem is, too, the monetization process is just so slow for any creators. I think that their requirements is they make it so difficult so people quit in the early days. I think they are too strict on monetization. They're too strict on copyright, in my opinion. I remember in the early days of YouTube that people could upload of them playing guitar to an AC/DC track or a music or whatever Metallica track, the recording, and play along to the recording. And so in those days, we're talking like, oh God, 2007, 2008. I was learning guitar at the time, and it was just good to see that how someone else played that song and how we could learn from it. And I remember just doing that, and that was really great. Um, I think that they've gotten involved in politics with the shadow banning, cancel culture bullshit that's been going on, demonetizing people's channels, closing people's channels down because they don't want to support free speech. Clearly, YouTube is run by the left. Democrat platform, Labor platform as well. So I could remember that when Donald Trump was president, all the left-wing media companies, CNN, NBC, especially CNN, oh God, was just always bitching and complaining about Donald Trump every day. And this was in the pandemic. It was actually worse in the pandemic. Channel 10 and Channel 9. And then they were supporting Joe Biden, although try not to get into politics here, but now. And then, I guess now that, hey, people realise that, yeah, Donald Trump was right and he's got my vote and I'm a supporter. I have felt that what YouTube has done, especially with their building an algorithm and, basically controlling, it's all control at the end of the day. Yes, you can be as creative as you want, providing that you don't do hate speech or bullying, which I am against hate speech and bullying. That should never be accepted. But I will always, in the bottom of my heart, support freedom of speech, to speak up against the bullshit that's being told. And so, as I said, there's creators who have to go and create a Patreon, and they have paid subscribers to show footage that can't be apparently shown on YouTube. But so my journey has been where I've gone to Rumble, where I can sync my YouTube videos and they sync to the platform. So I don't have to manually upload and at least monetize straight away. Even if you're monetized, I think, is it Odyssey? Odyssey monetizing Bitcoin. And that's fantastic because I believe content creators should be monetized from day one. I think the problem with YouTube is there's so many people. I do think, yeah, luck has something to do with it, but I will always believe in talent. Talent comes first. There's a lot of channels out there which is just crap, and yet they got millions so subscribers. And when I first started on my journey on YouTube, this was probably 2018. I was trialing it out. I was just uploading just clarinet music. I was playing like compositions of pieces, and I found at that stage I was only getting, say, 75 views, and I was like, what am I doing wrong? I'm dwelling on analytics too much, and this is what the mental health crisis of YouTube is, because especially I've been through it too, and dwelling on how much watch time I've got, how much subscribers I do have, and one day I will get to 1 million. And during my journey now is gratitude. To get the first 100 subscribers is the most hardest, because that's your foundation. And be thankful and have gratitude for all your subscribers, because they're the ones that stick by you. They're the ones that are your foundation, and I'm very thankful for people who have subscribed to the Stephen Shields radio show and Shields Productions on my YouTube channel. But that's the journey as a content creator. You find that I guess it is a lot of trial and error. Occasionally too, you'll get some troll dickhead say stupid shit in the comments, and it's good to use filters and filter out certain words, because I know YouTube had a problem with trolling for quite a few years. There was just a lot of trolls, or you can turn comments off. But you've got to learn to just have a thick skin to it and just ignore it. You just don't engage with the trolls, and that's it. Uh, Obviously, if your channel does grow social media, it's good to, if you can, hire a moderator who can go and read comments. You employ someone to read them and get rid of all the nasty comments, and filter it out, or save you on the extra workload and save you having a bad start to the day. I mean, I always enjoy constructive criticism. That's the best. And there's people out there that are not going to like your work, and not everyone likes my work, but I'm proud of what I put out. I love what I do as a production company. This is where I belong here on my journey. So that's the challenges we have. Um, you know, Working against these big tech giants as well, and having the ability to show up when you don't feel like showing up as well, because that's what I've had to overcome, but yet I still keep showing up and on the podcast. When you are live streaming or on social audio, and you're not getting a single viewer, you just keep doing it, because you can't let the amount of likes, views, help you have a good day. You got to be happy within yourself, and this is what I've learned. Um, you, it's find a schedule that works for you, and just believe in yourself, because if you believe in yourself, I guess opportunities will arise somehow. They just do. It's a life where you've got to, how can I put it like this? It's just all about being you and being your own brand. And that's my basically thoughts on this show tonight as I'm recording it on wisdom. I want to do this for as long as I can, the podcast as well. And I've had to cut back on certain tasks that don't suit me as well. And so that's why taking care of your mind, body, and soul is the first step for your success. And taking things easy, be gentle on yourself as well. And find a topic that you're very passionate. Like my podcast is about society and culture. This is what I love to do. I love to talk society and culture, politics, history, etc., etc. It's like a talk show. But I've learned not to compare myself to people like Joe Rogan, who is really up there and has done it. I'm Stephen Shields. I'm in Australia, and I have a passion as a content creator. It's sort of a warm night tonight. It's summer. It's about 22.4 degrees Celsius. It's about 11:52 p.m. on Sunday night as I'm recording the show. Just know that every day you are getting one step closer to what you set out to achieve. And that's all you can do. Is just producing and quality over quantity. Whether it's you've been shadow banned, cancelled, just keep going. Be true to your brand, and your brand will show your audience, and they will come to you. They will come and enjoy your content, because that's what we do as content creators. We keep creating, and yeah, working hard without burning ourselves out is a good idea. And the more you do, the better you get. The 10,000 hours of practice. Just think about that. 10,000 hours of practice to turn a side project or whatever it is. Some people get lucky into a full-time job as well. But you just gotta love what you do. And just keep on, searching for your soul's true purpose. Definitely, it's important to have that gratitude and that appreciation for what you're thankful for. Be happy now, because by the time your channel kicks off, you'll be very thankful for what you've done in the beginning. The foundation is the most important, because there's a lot of famous celebrities that get fame so quick and then they just crash and they burn out, and that's not good. I will be honest that there have been days I've felt like, quitting, but I've hung in there. I've noticed with my work that if I'm not in the mood to film content for YouTube, I don't. I take the day off. I break it down. I pick a day that I upload. Obviously I publish at 6 p.m. Sydney, Australia time on a Friday evening. And that for me has been my schedule. And I guess I will keep on. I will do this until I can no longer do this anymore. And when it's time for me to have to end, it'll be the right time. But I want to be in this for the long term. I want to build a business out of my YouTube channel. I want to grow. I want to one day get the 1 million subscribers plaque. And those are my goals that I have. I want to go for it. And just keep working to achieve what I was born to achieve on this earth, to I guess fulfill my destiny as well, because that's the best thing that we can have, is to just roll with life, not getting upset over the small things as well. But guys, I'll leave it there. I really enjoyed tonight's podcast as well. It's just great to hop on here and talk to the world on social audio. Please like my podcast if you can. You can actually subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can listen to this podcast on my channel if you'd like. I'm on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you subscribe to your podcasts. I publish new episodes every Friday at 6 p.m. Sydney, Australia time. I wish all the best to everyone, and bye for now.
And it's like dictatorship there. It's almost you could say it's a police state. Now Daniel Andrews has resigned, but for a pregnant woman just to get arrested for nothing for a peaceful protest, that's just ridiculous from the police force in Melbourne. I don't know. I don't know why. If Melbourne's always been like that, I don't know. Apparently, a week's rent is more cheaper in Melbourne, but I don't know if supply and demand takes over, and then who knows. This is why it's important to keep your vibration high during these difficult times, politically, economically. Um, I've had to learn to just be gentle on myself, and I can remember, and I'm quite happy to talk about. I called the men's line once and talked about the cost of living, and I just remember him telling me just be gentle on yourself. You're going. This is a challenging time for everyone. Um, but as soon as I've realised that I've got to keep my vibration high, there's things that I can't control, like the Reserve Bank of Australia or what politicians are doing. I know I do on this show. I say things as they are, and I do vent because the truth needs to be told. But I've had to learn that I just can't control the economy, and you can't. And it's important, and it does affect mental health as well. The cost of living does affect people's mental health, because when people are flat broke or they can't afford a GP visit because Medicare is not paying the doctor enough, or having to rely on the government dentist and they're making cutbacks because people just don't have the money, or starving just to pay the rent. I mean, that's not good, and there needs to be a serious change into how all this stuff is handled. But I find if I concentrate on what I do want, I keep my vibration high. I keep on, you know, I start to feel better. And yeah, I've had to cut back on certain spending as well, entertainment. And look, it's quite sad, but I hope things do get better for everyone, and businesses can start getting more business, small businesses as well. We need to keep supporting small businesses for as long as we can, because corporations we've seen want to take over. And we did see it when inflation was at 5%. Coles and Woolies were price gouging. Aldi as well, ripping people off, and I'm fed up with it. Same as cigarettes, tobacco, and cigars and alcohol is just a rip off here. Electricity prices too are overpriced in this country, but yet it's an essential service, and we do need electricity. Again, the government take more GST. They know they can make a profit and take advantage of people. So, Albo, you need to do something, because this is just people fed up, and the way this is going, Australia is going to end up like a third world country, which I do not want that to happen ever. There's been fake counterfeit Rolex watches going on. I don't know how the people are getting fake counterfeit Rolexes. It's personally, I wouldn't want to own a Rolex. Why would you? Those watches are, I don't know how they can manipulate counterfeits and do that stuff. That this is just crazy shit. There's been a problem with the South African cricket team. They stood down David Teager, who was Jewish, in the under-19 Men's World Cup. Now, this is discrimination. Why the hell are they standing down a player who's Jewish because they think it's going to cause a problem with Palestine? And again, they're bringing the politics involved in cricket for what? I mean, that's discrimination. You are discriminating a player on his religion because he's Jewish. I can't believe that, honestly. Where the hell's cricket gone? Why the hell are they bringing politics in the game of sport, of cricket, when I told you they keep bringing politics in sport, people just stop going. Like, I think the welcome to country is just not needed. And I think, it just needs to stop welcome to country. Cameron Green possibly going to be batting at number 6 for the Australian team. The Adelaide Oval too has players are whinging about it. I don't know what the hell they're whinging about now. Become more bouncier. But again, this is the pitch, guys. I don't think the Adelaide Oval is playing on a drop-in pitch. I think it's just a pitch made from natural grass. I don't understand. The players, they got so much. They're well looked after, and some of them bitching and whining and complaining. Like, dude, they got everything for them. God. But, it's professional sport as well. That is professional sport. I'd love to see more day-night test matches. They brought in the day-night test for a reason. I'd love to see. They should be playing more day-night test match. Now, I know some players laid like the traditional form of the game, just with the red ball, but more day-night test matches means more test matches, more test cricket. You notice the pink ball just swings more than the red. That's what it was brought in for, to stop the bad light. Players just get used to it. Like, it'll solve the bad light issue if they start playing more day-nighters. I think it's better. I think it's a change for the game. I think Test cricket needs something different. Day-night test match, play it. Play more day-night tests. But it's, that's the ICC's standing. I have no control over the ICC. But yeah. The AFP, ATO, some sensitive data was stolen. The ACCC, Australia Post, Reserve Bank of Australia. Hackers, ALPHV Black Cat ransomware group has got links to Russia. Apparently there was 2.5 million documents stolen from the law firm and 1 million documents published online. So at least apparently 62 government agencies have been, had sensitive data stolen. Now, this is quite scary because it's all personal information, especially at the ATO. And we put our trust in them, and then someone can hack. Or put ransomware. I don't understand. Guys, I just do not understand. Look, I'm not a cybersecurity expert, but this is just, this has just gone to shit. Really just gone to shit. Coffee. You remember that movie, 2008 comedy, Tropic Thunder with Robert Downey Jr.? That was funny as hell. There was some movie critics that thought he was being a racist, but there's, people that, a lot of people thought it was just fucking funny. I thought it was funny. It was great acting, great comedy. Check out Tropic Thunder if you can. I was just laughing. I think I saw it like 3 times or so. But I thought it was funny. It was a great movie as well. Crocodile attacks are on the rise in the Northern Territory. Again, yes, you've got to be very careful of crocodiles because they can be, again, very deadly. You should never be swimming in where crocodiles are hanging around, because at any moment, just like that, they can attack, and they think that you're food. And again, they are a wild animal, so you've got to be very careful of Australian crocodiles, saltwater, freshwater crocodiles, because they know how to hide in the water and use stealth. So yeah, that's what it is. New South Wales healthcare workers are apparently going to get 12,000 in subsidies. This is coming from Chris Minns as well. So hopefully our healthcare workers are paid more money. And Campbelltown Hospital, all hospitals should not be charging people money to park. I mean, that's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. They should all get rid of paid parking for everyone, healthcare workers too, because that's just not on. It's not on. Sean Marsh from the Australian cricket team has decided to call it quits. He's retired. He's played a great career as well in cricket for Australia. He's played a lot of domestic matches and for the international team, and I hope all the best for his future endeavours in whatever he chooses to do after cricket. So guys, that's all from me today. Please like, share and subscribe to the Stephen Shields radio show. Share any of your favourite shows on social media too. Really helps the podcast grow, and word of mouth is obviously the most powerful. And if you'd like to be a guest here on Wisdom, feel free to join in the conversation or just listen. I wish everyone all the best, and bye for now.